Shadowcoast here. We are back to playing Frostpunk. We actually did not complete a new home. We were exiled before the great winter storm came. We're going to give it another shot. We did unlock the Ark scenario, which we will be playing in a separate series here. But we are restarting a new home in a new series. We learned a lot, and we're going to try to apply those learnings to this go around. Hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching.
We roam the still, cold world, no horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress, until the frost stopped it all, suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
So we start a new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. Alright guys, I learned a few key pieces which I'm going to pass on for my first playthrough. The first is heavily leverage. Okay, right here, fight the cold. We need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. So definitely use your time motion. Sometimes it's good to pause and think. Sometimes it's good to accelerate if not a lot's going on. Another thing I learned is you don't always have to hit these objectives as quickly as possible. Sometimes it's better to wait, try to stockpile pieces, just so you can have a nice stockpile of resources. For those new to the game, there are numerous resources. Some additional resources I do believe pop up later in the game. You have coal, wood, steel, steam cores, raw food, and food rations. It'll be important to manage all those. This is our generator. Our generator requires coal to operate. And right here you can see we have a stockpile. This basically tells us how much we can store. So the first thing I recommend doing here, what do we have here? Wood crates, steel wreckage, wood crates. Do we have any coal pile over there? Alright, so what I'm going to do is build a street here. And build a street here. And so streets do cost wood. Just so you know, build a street there. Wood crates, we are going to assign people. Steel, we're going to assign people. Coal, we are going to assign people. So we have 5 available. And in the interim, we are going to prioritize, what do these take? Wood, food takes wood, 40 wood, 20 steel. The remaining, so right now we have everybody working. The children are prohibited. Book of Laws will eventually open up. And I think we can actually sign one off the bat. There aren't enough hands to do all the work. All will allow children to be employed in safe workplaces like cookhouses and hothouses. I'm going to do that instead of child shelters. Children will be safe if they stay in child shelters during the day and they won't cause any mischief. So this will raise hope. Hope will fall slightly. Children can be injured in different aspects. So we are going to wait to sign that. We don't want hope to drop just yet. And we are going to speed up time. So you can see here the workday. Alright, here we go. Workers needed. There's so much to do and not enough hands to do it. A quick way to addressing this problem is to put our children to work. So we will sign the child labor law so we can get more workers. And you can see here these 15 are now no longer prohibited. We can get them to do work. You can see here they're doing 6 wood per hour, 2 wood per hour. Alright, the next thing we're going to want to do is people working here, gather resources from nearby coal piles, wood, and steel crates. But we're going to pause this until we have non-working hours. Non-working hours are after, is it 1800 or 1700? I think 1800 because it's work time. And you can see it's free time. So now that it's free time, I'm going to have workers start working on this. We have something here. I'm going to let this run down. That's another tactic. So workers are building stuff. And while I think about it, what we're going to want to do is they're going to need food. So we are going to produce a hunting lodge. We're going to produce a cook place. And we are going to produce 2 tents. Now let's activate this. No roof over our head. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in the terrible cold. We better do something about it. Now provide shelter to 40 people. Alright, so we're going to let discontent rise. We will activate the generator. The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, we're facing damage. Remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix a problem your way, it's fine. Thank you. Question mark. The generator is off. People are afraid they'll freeze to death in their sleep if you don't turn it on for the night. We will activate steam level 1. It costs 6 to start, and one thing you guys can do here, you can now see the warmth it is providing to the surrounding city, which is nice. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now food, there'll be no city if we starve to death. Secure way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. Alright. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we left behind. Build a beacon, scout Frostland, and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. You'll need to have a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings. Alright, so here, this is the Hunter's Lodge. So what we're going to have to do here is look at our workforce. We have 2 full coal piles going, which I think makes sense. We want to stockpile that. Now the question is, where do we take it from? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from the steel pile. Max out Hunter's Lodge. Now here we have the children we're going to put to work, which I'm fine with. And we're going to put the children to work here. Hold on. Oops. Operative. So we have the children being put to work in these 2 places. And we will... Now, one thing I'm actually thinking about doing here is wood crates. Oops, max this out. I think we want to go max on food. We want to build up our food stockpiles. We have 1 gravely sick. We're trying to make it through the night. You can see here the timer is ticking down. Shove another night. The number of sick is rising. If we don't have emergency shifts. Sometimes we have to concentrate on the task at hand at the cost of everything else or die. After needing this law, another one can be passed after 18 hours. You can force workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours. Alright, so
Hear me.
we were raising discontent because we might need people to work 24 hours.
Move. Time to get to work.
So you can see here we're producing food. That's okay if we have a stockpile of food. Alright, so again, we're watching this timer tick down. Give the kid a day off. We won't be complete monsters. Hold on. Do we have 5 and 5? So wood crates, max it out. We're trying to get to nightfall, and then what we're gonna do is produce housing for everybody. So we're on free time. Gonna pan around here. Alright, now the next thing we want to do is build a medical post. Oops. Food, gathering post, workshop. We do need to produce a workshop to start researching stuff. Here. Shelter promise fulfilled. Hope rises. Okay, so what we want to do here is... Well, hold on. How are our coal piles? Coal pile Need engineers to work the medical post. Shoot. Engineers to work this. We're gonna add new research. And we're gonna research Beacon next. And I think what I'd like to do is try to get everybody shelter. 30 homeless. Alright, we're gonna let this run down a little bit before we activate it. Alright, resources short. We're getting short on resources. Our needs are great and growing by the hour. To address this, we can enact law allows to extend working hours. Extended shift. We're gonna sign cemetery instead.
A new law has passed.
What's here? Mueller reviews let her have the day off. We will try to be nice. We're trying to raise hope, trying to survive. At least after death will be allowed to rest properly. Earth or to earth, ash to ash, dust to dust, as it should be. Alright, we do need one more. Wood crates depleted. Alright, so on this piece here, we can see where wood crates are. So, wood crate here. We're gonna need a sawmill soon. Wood crate, wood crate. So we're going to head over there for wood crates. We have to kind of tunnel out there, which is a pain in the butt. That's okay. Beacon researched. Sawmill turns frozen trees into usable materials. We are going to research sawmill, and then we need to get all three of these. We're gonna need to hunt soon. Steam hub. Create additional then heaters where we can heat workplaces. So we're gonna want both of those. In the meantime, I just want to see the hospital. Recovery time about 9-10 hours, so they should be good to go. So we're going to work for another hour, and then we are going to build
The shift is ending.
this, and we are going to there's a little wasted space there, a cemetery. Now what I do want to do is resource depot, and this can be kind of further out because I don't think it really needs heat. Cemetery established, hope rises. Awesome. Okay, so me see here. Wood crates. Gonna max it out. Wood crates. Gonna max it out. There we go. So ceremonial funerals. So when people do die, which is inevitable, it will not cause as much panic. So I think we're working at a steady clip. We really want Sawmill up and running. I think we are gonna change this to coal. It is getting super cold. So, hold on. Dismantle building. We are going to turn on overdrive at night. Let's let this run down a little bit. Okay. In the wake of recent child work accident, parents argued that we could give working children double rations to make them stronger. So they're going to eat more. We must do something. Oh, we can't send any laws because we have to wait. Alright, sawmill researched. Awesome. And I'd like to research heaters very quickly. 10 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. Alright, so I'm gonna max this out. Alright, so research wise, Steam Hub allows us to expand out, so we're going to want to get Steam Hub. Then we're going to need steelworks and coal thumpers. So we have that. I'm not going to put a child on it. So we have 10 children. House, cemetery. I do want to produce more food. Trying to not stay too make sure that people can access things. And you know what we didn't do, guys? We haven't built a beacon yet, which we're gonna need for scouts. So scouts will be important because they will help us find. You're no longer lost and blind, for now our people can survey the icy barrens. Check that out. So I think that compared to the first time we started going in blind, we at least have a better sense for what we're doing here. We're proactively signing laws. I do recommend you sign a law when it's on cooldown. Great. So now what we have to do is we have to create a team to go out and explore. But what we need to do is first reallocate some people. We definitely need some steel wreckage. And you need to win. People cheers. A giant observation blue soars. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for lost people in the Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. Alright, so let's get this charged up. Here we need 5 workers. So there we have it, our first scouting team. Lost Expedition. It'll take 11 hours to get there. Make sure we're bringing in enough food. Alright, heaters researched. You want this? Hold on. We are not producing coal, so we need to reallocate some people here. Okay. Wood crates. Where's the coal? We need you to get coal. Treat the gravely ill. Consider setting the radical treatment.
A new law has passed.
One of our people died, which is not good. But that is how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright, so food is becoming a problem. Alright, so we have to go here. They explore, escort the survivors to the city. Great. We have more people coming in. It is free time, so what we're going to want to do here is really build some more stuff. And after this, I think we want Coal Humper. Alright, so they return safely to the city. You can see these beleaguered, frozen people have come to join us. We've tried building a bunch of houses. People from our convoy reunions. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other shelters nearby? The first expedition left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. So we're going to see if we can find another town to help us out. 36 homeless. Interesting. I thought we built enough. Well, maybe not. But what we're going to do here is... First of all, we're going to max you out. Search for others. Alright, we will definitely search for others. Alright, so we're putting most of the people to work. So we're gonna want coal thumpers. Luckily, the temperature is getting a little warmer, but not by much. What we should be doing is we should always be sending our scouts out. Kind of wasted time there. Alright, the next thing we need is a coal thumper to ensure that we're producing coal to mine. And then after that, we will get... Alright, coal thumper, because we're running low on coal. But now the nice thing is, we can produce some steam hubs. Acquire steel. Gotta put the kids to work. I don't like it, but it's the only way to survive.
Finish your labors, people. The work day is up.
Let's heat some homes. You have to start heating one of the cold homes within 2 days. Let's heat all homes. You have to start heating 3 cold homes within 24 hours. Keep them heated for 2 days. Alright, so hold on. Okay, so they're kind of awkwardly positioned. Ooh, we need more steel. Let us get steel. More steel. So timing wise, I should have waited. Because I could have probably got a little more utility from it. Alright, sturdy shelter. Explore. Take resources. Alright, let's send them, keep expanding out. we need a ton of steel. Coal thumper. Thank goodness. What does it take to build a coal thumper? 15 wood. That's very nice. Alright, so we want to heat all the homes. Come on. Alright, so where is this? These homes are cold. So let's build here. And then this home's cold. So let's build here. And then alright, so focus on those buildings. Oh, wait, what are we doing? Pause. Stop. Faster gathering would be nice. Steelworks. Yeah, we're gonna need steel, so
Workday ends. It's time off.
I will open a new medical post, because we do need a new medical post. Alright, so we're going to open a new medical post here in the warmth. Alright guys, I think we're in good shape. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to call this an episode. This is Frostpunk Round 2. Appreciate the support. If you have questions, please post. I'm by no means an expert, but I am learning this game. It is really fun. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.